Hello and welcome back to another installment of beating every PlayStation 2 game to ever exist. Get ready for the amazing story of Big Monkey and Little White Lady, Peter Jackson's King Kong. The very first thing that happens in this game is it plays a short clip from the movie. They have this movie clip in place of an actual cutscene, so what I do is I immediately skip it so I don't get copyrighted and my video and stream get blocked and my channel gets deleted. So I'm not entirely sure what the story is, but I'm pretty sure these guys just want to be filming a movie and they heard of a mysterious island or something and like, hey, we should go to this island and film a movie. It's probably very safe, so let's go. So I think that's the story. I'm not sure. Like I said, I didn't want to get copyrighted. But then we're immediately into the game, and the first thing I do in the game is say hi to my friend. I learned how to say hi. I looked up at my waves, like, yo, what up, my boy, how you doing? It's like I'm learning how to look around for the first time in my life, even though I'm a grown man. But we don't just say hi to our friend, we then immediately say bye to our friend as we very safely make our way to the island on these very safe looking boats. It's a very safe journey, nothing goes wrong. We make it to the island where everyone's fine, and of course nobody even got hurt, nobody died or anything. And if anyone did die, I'm saying if, because nobody died, I of course would be very respectful. I would be devastated. I would mourn their loss, because this was it would be a terrible tragedy if that happened. What a loser. But unfortunately, on our way to the island, something happened to our boat somehow. I don't really understand what happened to our boat. Like, I don't know what could have possibly gone wrong, but our boat is out of commission. So we have no choice but to adventure further into the island to hopefully find a place where this seaplane can come pick us up, because they're looking for us. They're like, oh my god, these guys are in trouble, and send a seaplane after us, but there's nowhere for it to land. We have to adventure on to try to find a place for the plane to land. So we come across a cave, and of course the very first thing we start doing is just start blasting away at the indigenous creatures. Screw everything, nobody cares. They're trying to kill me, I'm gonna kill them, okay? I don't care about the local creatures. Screw your nature, get out of my way. And following the theme of learning how to do basic human functions for the first time in my life, I also learned my name. It's not a very important detail, but I just like to know who I am when I play a game, you know? I don't know why I'm here, like, who am I? I'm Jack, apparently. Jack Mehoff. We then come across the first of many of these contraptions. We simply have to push a lever very slowly in circles until a gate raises. But of course, while we're doing this, more dickheads have to try to kill us. I don't really understand why. And then they're so afraid of us, they even call Big Mama out of here trying to kill us. But obviously, I'm goated on the sticks, and she doesn't even do shit to me. So get wrecked, noob. And then we get the door open and get out of there. Watch out, bruh. Then we instantly come across another door. Like I said, there's a lot of these in this game. I don't really know why, but there are. And then this is something that's kind of interesting in this game. Other than that first movie clip at the beginning, there's no cutscenes. All the story you get it while playing the game itself. Things happen during gameplay that express the story instead of there being cutscenes, which is kind of interesting because this game is actually very good at telling the story with the gameplay instead of needing cutscenes, which so I kind of like that. It's pretty good. Continuing into the island, I find fire. So of course, the first thing I have to do without thinking is to burn everything to the ground. I promise I'm not a psychopath, okay? I swear I had to do it. It was extremely necessary to progress the game, okay? Trust me. Film this, bitch. Oh, I can't throw a spear at him. And not soon after setting everything ablaze, we come across a very precarious looking bridge. And unsurprisingly, after I cross this tiny little weak looking bridge, it collapses into the abyss below me, which is nice. Obviously, I have no choice. I have to continue going. I'm stuck here now. Our friend Ann over here just starts climbing the wall like a crazy person to come up to me, I guess. And we get separated from our boys Jack Black and Mr. Hayes. So it's just already things are going wrong. But with no choice, Ann and I continue on by ourselves. We stab some centipedes with spears right in the face. Ann is very helpful and gives me some great advice that I would have never figured out by myself. So thank you, Ann.
Use the fire, Jack.
I am. Why? Stop yelling. It's not even that serious. There is one complaint I have about this game. The fact that the AI have to narrate everything.
Look up there.
Look up where?
Fire.
Oh, look, really? A fire? No way. I didn't even notice that. Thank you. Like there, for example, she's like, look up there. There's a fire. It's like, no shit. I saw the fire. And they do that everywhere. I'll go to any position and be like, oh, watch out. There's bugs. And it's like, I know they're killing me. I'm aware of their presence. Thank you very much, Mr. AI. Or they'll be like, oh, look, we have to open the door. Oh, wow. I have to open this door. That's the only path possible. Thanks so much. They have to also narrate everything they do. Like, they're behind you. I'm going over here. Here, take this. Watch out. It's like, can they shut up? But even though the AI just pissed me off because they're idiots, it's okay. We're just gonna carry on. So after very easily setting fire to a few more bushes. Fire! Aww. Fire! Oh. Fire! And killing plenty more bugs, we find something rather interesting. We come across the locals. They're like, hey, how you doing? But I think they're a little nervous because as soon as I look at them, they run away, which is fine. I mean, I understand people sometimes they get like social anxiety and stuff. Like, that's fine. I just want to say hi, but sure. But then, as annoying as Anne is, she is actually useful. She climbs up a wall and runs across a path to help me get through a door. But then, when Anne opens this door, what do we see? A whole bunch of homies. They're just hanging out, having a swell old time. I'm looking at them. They're looking back at me. But unfortunately, they didn't actually like my presence because they do throw a spear at my head and then kidnap me and Anne. By the way, both of us get kidnapped. And then when we wake up, like I said, we're tied to a post. This is just so sad.
I just wanted to make friends.
And then we finally see him. We get our first glimpse of the big monkey man himself. And as we sit here tied to a post, we bask in his glory, for he is the big monkey. And he's so polite that he lets Anne free. He unties her from her restraints and then he carries her away. He's just a gentleman like that. And then for myself, I unfortunately don't have Big Monkey to help me, which I would love to be in the Big Monkey's arms. I would love for him to carry me away, but I don't have that. I instead get freed by Jack Black. I don't know where he came from. He just kind of appeared out of nowhere, was like, yo, what's up, boy? And let's be free. It didn't really explain where he came from. So we're moving on, I guess. I guess we gotta go help Anne since she kind of got kidnapped by a big monkey. Regardless of wherever Mr. Jack Black came from, him and I escaped together, and not soon after, we come across a little area where we find dinosaurs. There's literal dinosaurs on this island. This place is crazy. I don't know where they're coming from. We also come across every type of puzzle in this game. The only puzzles that are part of this game is there's bushes everywhere that you have to sometimes burn to the ground to be able to walk through them, because you can't walk through the bushes, but you can burn them and then you can walk over the burnt bushes. And there's another door where several times throughout this game, all you have to find the lever for the door in the area somewhere. That's really all it is for a puzzle. I don't really know why it's like that, because this isn't a puzzle game. It's a story game, so there's really no point of even having this type of puzzle thing in this game, which is barely even a puzzle, obviously. So I don't really see the need for it, is what I'm trying to say. But whatever, it doesn't ruin the game at all, so we'll just move on from that. So of course, this island being as safe as it is, something else has to go wrong. Our friend Carl, aka Jack Black, has to get taken away from me. Big flying mama comes out of nowhere, swoops his ass up, and takes him back to her nest. Like, why? Now I have to go save him? Why do I always have to be the hero here? I don't want to be here either. And I have to keep saving these idiots because they can't defend themselves from anything. So I have to not only kill all the creatures here, I have to then follow all these creatures all the way to the nest where there's a bajillion more of them. And I have to kill every single one of them. Big Mama and her children. I have to kill every single one of them by myself. Thanks for the help, Jack Black. I don't even know why I bothered to save you, because you're useless. So after more mindless killing and opening another door, let me in, and doing some more mindless killing, we come across our boy Hayes. I don't know how he and Jack Black got separated. They didn't explain that at all. They were just kind of separated because Jack found me and the other guy wasn't there. But we find him, and of course, the first thing he says to me after we get reunited is that I have to do all the work and help clear the path so we can all leave, because everybody else is useless as always, and I have to do all the work around here. I mean, like, I have to kill all the dinosaurs. I have to kill the centipedes. I have to burn all the bushes to the ground. I have to open all the doors. It's always, Jack, do this. Jack, help me. Jack, come over here. How about you break off? Leave me alone. However, regardless of my feelings towards my fellow companions, we carry on. The three of us adventure on until we find the fellow members of the group. They're alive. I mean, they're alive until something happens to them. Guys, are you... Oh, a T-Rex. Guys, we should probably move. Yeah, kind of sucks to be that guy. Everyone else runs away, and of course my greatest friends Hayes and Jack Black decide that they're gonna open the door, and I have to run around and have that T-Rex chase me, which is very safe. I have to distract a literal T-Rex. So obviously my friends, they care so much about my safety, but fortunately for me, I'm a badass and the T-Rex cannot touch me. Also, I'm so cool that I scared him off. He just staring at me, and he got too afraid. So we're home free. But then of course I have to once again get separated from the group, so I'm gonna be by myself for a little bit. And before long we come across Anne. She's somehow got away from Big Monkey Boy. I don't really know. She's here, and of course me being the guy, I have to defend her because she's useless and defenseless. And then all of a sudden Big Monkey is back, just like that. But not only is he back, but I have become the Big Monkey. This is incredible. This is something in this game that I completely forgot about, because I did play this game when I was younger, but I had no idea that you played as King Kong in this game. This is just awesome. How much better can it get? Honestly, you're a big old gorilla killing dinosaurs. This is awesome. However, as badass and awesome as it is to be a giant monkey killing dinosaurs, the one thing that is weird, which I don't know if this has ever explained in the movie, but why is this monkey like in love with this woman? Isn't that like a little bit weird? King Kong is just simping over this woman that he just met. It's just a little bit weird if you ask me. And immediately after that simp session, we're back as Jack, alone in the wilderness, and we come across a bridge just absolutely covered in these flying sons of bitches. So we do what every gamer does. We grab a sniper and make an epic montage. And then we come across this little section here. And I just want to highlight this because this game is actually very nice looking. It's very cinematic. Just look at this. I mean, does that just not feel like you're in a movie? That's how I felt when I was playing the game. Not just this section, but multiple sections. Like they have these little cinematic parts, and it's just, ooh, it feels like you're in the movie. It really helps with the whole ambience of everything. It helps with storytelling. It's just, it's very nice. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just nice. This is why I like this game. It's just beautiful. And at this point of the game, there is not really a lot of story for a while. It's really just a whole lot of killing dinosaurs as Mr. Jack, killing dinosaurs as Big Monkey, lighting stuff on fire, going through doors, solving simple puzzles for about 2 hours until something of note happens. And I don't want me saying that to be heard as the game is bad because of this, because all this really is we're going further and further into this spooky ass island, just waiting for our friend in the plane to land to pick us up. And although nothing of note really happened throughout this entire 2 hours of the game that I played, I still really enjoyed it because the game is just really nice. The gameplay is good. The way that it goes back and forth between playing as Jack and playing as King Kong is very nice. Everything that there is creates a nice ambience to fit the game. It's very good, but it's just nothing really happens, if that makes sense. I guess you could consider that to be not very good of a game, but I personally enjoyed it. it. And the thing that happens finally after 2 hours is our boy in the plane lands to pick us up. We finally find a spot that has a big old nice river for the homie to land. So we're finally gonna get off of this godforsaken island. Oh, look at that, a T-Rex. Who would have thunk it? But no, of course, something has to go wrong. A freaking T-Rex comes out of nowhere. Like, bruh, he can't leave us alone. We've been on this island for so long. We finally had an opportunity to leave, and then he comes out of nowhere to try to eat us alive. But thankfully, Anne calls her boyfriend over, and Big Monkey Man shows up and beats the T-Rex's ass. I mean, we do lose Hayes in the process, but honestly, I don't care. He's annoying and useless anyways, so good for him. So after killing many more T-Rex and Hayes succumbed to his injuries, it was time to make it back to the river to get in the plane and get the hell out of here. What? They're leaving me behind? Oh my god. Oh, no, never mind. I forgot. Apparently, I have to be the hero here, and I get left behind by this jackass so I can go save Anne. Come on. I don't want to be here either. I want to go home. But fine. I guess I have to save Anne. And although I am now sad and alone, I carry on because I must save Anne, for it is my destiny. And after killing more dinosaurs, like I do, I come across Anne and Big Monkey Friend. He's relaxing, she's hanging out. She comes in and jumps in the water with me, immediately gets attacked and awakens the big monkey. So after King Kong defends his woman's honor and kills all these serpent creatures, her and I are like, all right, it's time to get the hell out of here. So we start backtracking all the way back to the beginning of the island, from where it all started. We're running away from the dinosaurs. We're running away from Big Monkey Man. We're running away from the indigenous people that are chucking fire at us. It is straight up scurry. But we do eventually come back to the place where we first saw King Kong, where we were being held hostage because the locals are big meanies. And you wouldn't expect it, but something goes wrong. Anne walks across this bridge and it starts rising up and she starts getting taken captive again. But then, of course, as to be expected at this point, King Kong arrives because he has been following us. He's a weirdo like that. He shows up and he's like, Anne, my brother, I will save you. And that's exactly what he does. Mr. Kong the Monkey Man plows through all these people that are holding Anna hostage, blasting them left and right, blasting through doors. He just be blasting on people. He just be blasting. And after we save Anne, we carry on. But then tragedy strikes. We show up to the shore and Kong just gets ambushed. There's a bunch of people waiting on the beach for him and they start shooting shit at him. They shoot a bunch of fart gas all over him. Everything's going crazy. He gets knocked out. He's unconscious. And you know what? It turns out Mr. Jack Black is behind this. He somehow got back to a safe place on his own, which I don't know how. He's completely useless. He wasn't doing anything for anyone in any way, shape, or form. But he did somehow make it back to safety. He found a bunch of people and they were just sitting and waiting. I don't know how they knew King Kong was going to show up at the beach here. It was probably pretty lucky because there's no way he planned it out. He's too stupid to have done anything that smart. He wants to use King Kong for his own financial gain. And you know what that means? We strap King Kong's fat ass on the ship and take him back home to New York City. And unsurprisingly, it's actually a bad idea to knock out and kidnap a giant gorilla and bring him to New York City because he is really not a fan of that happening. So he decides to break free of his chains, start killing everybody in sight because they're trying to shoot him with guns, with explosives, there's shining lights, there's sirens going off. It's not what a giant monkey is used to. So he's kind of going into overload and he's like, I'm getting out of here one way or another. And he just goes crazy. Who would have seen that coming? But then Anne shows up and he's like, my boy, my big, beautiful, hairy boy. And she walks into his arms and the two of them, with nowhere else to go, climb the nearest building, the Empire State Building. And once we're on top of the building, there's nothing left to do other than fight for your life. King Kong is holding on to the top. Planes fly in left and right, shooting him like crazy. He's smashing them down. He's fighting for his life until tragedy strikes. The big monkey, he's been taken out. Oh my god, I can't. No, big monkey. He gets shot down. He falls from the building and he is dead on the streets. But then after that terrible tragedy, the game is over. The movie, the story, the game, it's over. I think the moral of the story is Jack Black is an ass. He was the one that designed this whole thing to go to this island. He found the big monkey just chilling, not bothering anybody, and then he took him away from his home, took him to New York City, and got him killed. What the hell, Jack Black? But feelings towards Jack Black aside, the game is over, so that means it's time for the rating. And we'll start with the story, as we always do. I've said in other games before that are just based off of a movie or some other story that already exists of some sort, I can't give it higher than a 5 out of 10. Mostly because it's uncreative in a way because they just copy the story of something that already exists. So it's kind of lazy. And often the way it tells a story is just very basic with simple cutscenes and is nothing creative at all, like I said. However, this game, obviously, it's just the story of the King Kong movie, but the way it tells the story is fantastic. This compared to the SpongeBob movie game that I played, the way it tells the story is amazing. Like the fact that there's no cutscenes makes it feel like it's actually a movie. You're not being told a story. You're experiencing the story. You're adventuring through this island. You're fighting all these dinosaurs. You find King Kong. You experience loss of your fellow companions. This game and its lack of cutscenes was a fantastic choice because they made it awesome. I know I'm not using very well descriptive words other than fantastic and awesome and amazing, but I don't know what to say. It's awesome. If you've played this game before, I don't even need to tell you anything. You know. That being said, 7 out of 10 because yes, it is just following a story that already exists, but the way it tells a story is awesome. And then the gameplay. The basis of this game is sort of a first-person shooter in a way, but it's more of a first-person adventure. I don't know if there's actually a proper term for the type of game this is, but that's how I'm saying it. It's like a first-person adventure. It's mostly consists of just killing a bunch of stuff. Like all you do as King Kong is kill a bunch of dinosaurs and jump around. All you do as Jack is kill a bunch of dinosaurs and light stuff on fire. So the gameplay itself isn't the best in terms of variety and stuff, but it's mostly the story and the ambience and the cinematics that really help this game. Because if you look at just the gameplay itself, it's kind of a meh game. That being said though, I really like the game. I'm trying to look at it from a different perspective, saying the gameplay of it isn't the best. So I'll give the gameplay a 5 out of 10. Because like I said, unfortunately, I don't think it's the greatest game gameplay wise per se, but the whole package deal between the gameplay and the story and how everything looks and sounds and feels, this game is amazing. I would give the game itself overall an 8 out of 10. So there you have it. Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie, played and beaten. We saw the big monkey in action. My life is complete. So if you made it this far, I appreciate you very much for watching. I truly hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why not leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate it if you did subscribe. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye bye.